Hello, I am Nivan. Today I am going to explain the experiment number 5, the heat of combustion. According to this experiment, first you have to weight the 1 gram of benzoic acid and you have to make a pellet. For that, we have to use that pellet maker. Then I will add 1 gram of benzoic acid to this pellet. Before that, you have to add this metal part to inside of the pellet maker. Then you can add your sample. Then add the second metal plate. To make a pellet, we have to use the hydraulic compressor. You can see it here. You can place your pellet maker here, and this is the valve for on and off. Now it is off. You can open it like this, and you have to make the pressure until to the megapascal 20. You can do it like this. You can see here this part is come to the lower when I put the pressure. Now you can see the pressure increase. We have to give the 20 megapascal pressure, and we have to keep this one around 20 minutes in here. The next step is to take the 10 to 12 centimeter of the ignition line. You can see it here. You can take around 10 centimeter of this ignition line. Like this. Then you have to weight the weight of this ignition line. Now we are going to fix the ignition line to the calorimetric pump. You can see it here. First we have to open this one. You have to fix the ignition line between these two. Now I am going to fix the ignition line to the this pump. You can push this part like this. Like this. Here these two should be parallel and also very tight. After 20 minutes you can remove the pellet maker. Before that, here the valve turn off like this, and you can take out this pellet maker. Now I am going to take out the pellet. For that you have to use a piece of cloth like this, and you have to use the hammer. Now I am going to take out the pellet. Before that you have to remove this bottom part. Then you have to use a piece of cloth like this, and you have to use a hammer. Like that we can take out the pellet. Now I am going to fix this pallet to the bomb, and before that you have to measure the weight of this pallet. You can take your pallet like this. After that you can tighten it. Now I am going to fix this part to the bomb. Before that you have to put this part like this. Now I am going to purge the oxygen to the bomb calorimeter. This is the oxygen tank, you can see it. And before that I have to turn on the oxygen tank. You can see the anti-clockwise direction is the open the tank. After that you have to connect the oxygen tank to the bomb calorimeter. You have to put this part this and open the valve of the bomb, because we need to take out the air inside. Now I am going to flush the air inside of the bomb. You have to flush it 3 times like this. After 3 times you have to close this valve first and close this valve next. Now I am going to purge the oxygen to the bomb. You have to purge the oxygen until 20 atm like this. Then close it immediately.
Sure.
After purge the oxygen, remove this one and also close the oxygen tank. It should be clockwise.
Sure.
The next step is you have to pour the 2 liter of DI water to the calorimeter. You can take the DI water here. After that you can pour the water to the calorimeter. Now I am going to put the bomb inside of the calorimeter. Now I am going to connect the electricity wires to the bomb. Make sure these two pins should be dry. After that, you can close the lid. Make sure this part should be not contact with the bomb. Now I am going to set the driving belt to the calorimeter. Next, I am going to set the temperature meter. Here we use a thermocouple to the inside of the calorimeter. After that, you can seal this hole using a clay. And connect the thermocouple. You have to make sure about these two pins should be connected like this, and you can turn on the thermocouple. Now I am going to give the electricity connection to the calorimeter. You have to plug the two plugs. After that, you can turn on the switch of the motor and check it is work properly. If it is not properly, you have to change the position of this styrene motor. Now I am going to start the reaction. For that, you have to ignite the calorimeter. You can press this button. You can see this red button was light up. After that, immediately start to record down the temperature in every 30 seconds. After the temperature become constant, you can make some points, and after that you can stop the calorimeter. First, close the styrene motor and disconnect the electricity connections. After that, you can remove the driving belt and also the clay and also the thermocouple. You can carefully open the lid of the calorimeter. And remove the electricity connection to the bomb. You can remove these two pins like this, and you can take out the bomb. Now I am going to open the bomb. Before that, you have to bring the inside pressure to the atmospheric pressure. For that, slowly open this valve. After that, you can open the bomb. After that you have to measure this residual of the ignition vial for your calculation. Then you can wash the inside of the bomb using 50 milliliter of DI water. After that you have to take the 55 milliliter of the washing from the bomb, and for the titration you have to use the phenolphthalein indicator. You can take some amount from out to the beaker from the bottle and add 2 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator to the solution. After that you can titrate this solution with the 0.03 m sodium hydroxide to get the endpoint. After the titration you have to repeat this experiment once for benzoic acid again and for the maleic acid once, and make sure you have to measure the weight of the residual of the ignition line, and make sure after experiment clean your working place.